Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that millions of strangers have decided you're a stalker. They're analysing the way someone looks at you. They're digging through videos you posted 10 years ago. They're commenting on your marriage. Someone finds your workplace. And then the internet discovers something even worse. Apparently, you secretly put an AirTag inside a handmade gift so you could track the person you've supposedly been stalking. Except, there's one problem. Nobody seems to have proof that happened. Then another rumour appears, and another. This is what happened to a Disneyland content creator named Toni, better known online as Baby Toni. Tonight, we're talking about the strange controversy surrounding her and Peter Pan, and separating what actually happened from what TikTok decided happened. Welcome to the podcast You Can't Unhear. We've been doing so many dark stories recently, so tonight I want to do something that is not that. And I stumbled into this viral clips on TikTok where people are accusing a lady for being a stalker. Have you seen the clips? This lady is known as Baby Toni. So, who is she? Baby Toni, or Toni Kulisic, is a 27-year-old content creator from Los Angeles. She's married. She works full-time managing a retail store. And outside of work, she really likes Disneyland. According to Toni, she visits approximately once a week using her annual pass. She posts interactions with different Disney characters. But there's one character who appears more than the others: Peter Pan. Toni has been meeting different Peter Pan performers at Disneyland for roughly a decade. And that's an important distinction. This isn't necessarily one man she's been following for 10 years. It's the character. Different performers have portrayed Peter Pan during that period. Toni describes the appeal pretty simply. Inside Disneyland. She says she can embrace the part of herself that doesn't want to grow up. And Peter Pan represents exactly that. For years, this existed in a relatively niche corner of Disney social media, until one video escaped that bubble. Toni posted another Peter Pan interaction. In the video, she gives Peter a little crocheted duck keychain wearing a green hat. They talk, take pictures, walk around. She follows the interaction while someone films. Nothing about the upload initially suggested that this particular video was about to become enormous. Then, around August 2nd, the algorithm found it. According to Toni, the video went from around 10,000 views to more than 1 million. And suddenly, people outside the Disney fandom were watching. But they weren't seeing a cute Disney interaction. They were seeing something completely different. They began analysing Peter Pan's body language, his facial expressions, where he looked, how close Toni stood to him, whether he appeared uncomfortable. And then someone discovered Toni had been posting Peter Pan videos for years. One resurfaced video went all the way back to 2016. Now, the story wasn't, "Woman really likes Peter Pan." It became, "Woman has been stalking Peter Pan for 10 years. A petition even appeared calling for Disneyland to ban her. And then, the internet started filling in the blanks. One of the darkest rumours involved the crocheted duck. People began joking that Disney should cut it open, because maybe Toni had hidden an Apple AirTag inside. Initially, it appears to have been exactly that. A joke. Wired's reporting actually documents one of the comments underneath the viral video saying, "Slice that duck open," to check for an AirTag. But somewhere between, imagine if she did this, and look what she did. The internet's favourite magic trick happened. Speculation became fact. Images circulated supposedly showing an AirTag inside the crochet gift. Posts began presenting the tracking allegation as something that had actually happened. But I could find no credible or official reporting confirming Toni put a tracking device inside that gift. That's an extremely serious accusation. Secretly tracking a Disney employee would transform this story completely. Toni was supposedly banned from Disneyland. Again, where is the confirmation? I couldn't find it. In fact, I have reporting from August 18th saying almost the opposite. Toni told Wired she recently returned to Disneyland. She initially avoided Fantasyland because she was worried about making the controversy worse. But eventually, she saw Peter Pan. According to Toni, he waved to her, invited her to ride beside him on the carousel, and told her not to stop visiting Neverland. That doesn't exactly sound like someone currently banned from Disneyland. Then came claims that Peter Pan had been fired. Again, no reliable confirmation I could find. Then characters were supposedly quitting. Winnie the Pooh somehow got dragged into this. At some point, you have to ask, where are these stories actually coming from? Because repeating something underneath a TikTok 50,000 times doesn't make it a press release from Disney. Disney itself had not publicly responded to Wired's request for comment as of August 18th. Because dismissing the misinformation doesn't mean every criticism of Toni is automatically invalid. Some viewers genuinely feel uncomfortable watching the interactions. There are clips where she's physically affectionate with performers. She follows Peter while he's roaming. She brings gifts. And because character performers have to remain in character, it's difficult for someone watching a 30-second clip to determine where performance ends and genuine discomfort begins. That's actually an interesting conversation. What boundaries should exist between fans and character performers? Because these aren't fictional characters walking through Disneyland. They're employees, and they're doing customer-facing performance work, often while maintaining an illusion. Peter Pan can't suddenly turn around and say, "Hi, I'm Dave from Anaheim. Please give me some personal space." He's supposed to remain Peter Pan. And this problem to begin with is much bigger than Toni. Former Disney performers have described dealing with guests who cross boundaries. Alyssa Klinsing, who portrayed characters including Elsa, Cinderella, Ariel, and Sleeping Beauty, has previously described inappropriate physical behavior from adult guests. Other performers have spoken about sexual questions, unwanted touching, and fans becoming fixated on specific performers. And Peter Pan has had an unusually intense online fandom for years. Back in the 2010s, one Disneyland performer became known online as Spieling Peter. Fans documented his appearances, shared photographs, and built an entire online fandom around him. So the phenomenon didn't begin with baby Toni. Social media simply gave it rocket fuel. As the controversy exploded, a former Peter Pan performer discussed what it can be like playing the character. He described having dealt with a stalker himself, someone repeatedly appearing during his shifts and asking uncomfortable questions. Naturally, the internet decided, he's talking about Toni. Except he wasn't, necessarily. The former performer had worked at Disney World in Florida, while Toni's viral Peter Pan interactions are primarily associated with Disneyland in California. The confusion became so widespread that he reportedly had to clarify that Toni was not the stalker he had been describing, which is almost the perfect miniature version of this entire controversy. Someone tells a real story, The internet identifies its villain. Nobody checks whether the pieces actually fit. Then the correction gets a fraction of the attention. Toni strongly denies stalking the performers, and she offered something surprisingly useful to put the viral clips into perspective. She showed Wired what she calls her Disney Unwrapped. Across her previous 30 Disneyland visits, she says she interacted with Peter Pan during only 7 out of 30. That's still a lot of Disneyland. No argument there. But it's very different from the image social media created of a woman entering the park every week and spending the entire day hunting down Peter Pan. She also says the performers recognize her, remember previous conversations, and remember gifts she's brought. She describes it as a special friendship. And yes, depending on how you interpret these interactions, that wording may make you uncomfortable. That's okay. We don't all have to agree that her behavior is normal. The problem begins when "I find this uncomfortable" becomes "therefore every rumor about her must be true." Those are completely different things. According to Toni, someone identified where she works and posted the location online. Her manager reportedly changed her work schedule because of security concerns. People flooded her wedding content, commenting about her husband. They speculated about her marriage, her intelligence, her mental health, her private life. People who believed she was violating a stranger's boundaries responded by violating hers. Okay, let's have real conversations here. First, Disney needs strong safeguards for character performers, especially roaming face characters who may have fewer barriers between themselves and guests. If a performer feels uncomfortable, there should be an easy way to end an interaction without risking disciplinary consequences for breaking character. Second, fans need boundaries. Whether you're obsessed with Peter Pan, Taylor Swift, or anyone else, being a fan doesn't create ownership over another human being. And third, social media desperately needs to relearn the difference between evidence and content. Because this controversy demonstrates how misinformation evolves. And maybe that's the part of this story worth remembering. Because the second we start manufacturing evidence, doxing people, diagnosing strangers and treating rumors as facts, we've stopped asking whether someone else's behavior crossed a boundary. We've crossed one ourselves. The internet spent days accusing baby Toni of being dangerously obsessed with a stranger, while thousands of people dug through 10 years of her life, found her husband, analyzed her relationships, searched for her workplace, and monitored whether she returned to Disneyland. So now I have to wonder, who exactly was obsessed with whom? What do you think? Do you believe in baby Toni? Or are people online actually into something here? Thanks for joining me tonight. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next episode of the podcast You Can't Unhear.